They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Smith. Dumps it off for Geis. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on third down, Smith keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at their own 27. Bortles going to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a first and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw on second down is Smith. They'll check it down to Geis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third down, Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Bortles out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cole. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Bortles now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Smith now on second down. Out to the left here to Reed. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, this is Geis. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, let's settle in. We're good. Hey. Block.
Looking to throw on second down. Smith is brought in by Jamison Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing is Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring and moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What
it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Buying time to his left. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he's brought down after a good game. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, let's go. Trip front.
On 1st down, Bortles. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Bortles. Trying to improvise. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On the handoff, it's Geis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Smith. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Bortles. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
11B. Green 8.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Hey, what's that? Green 80.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Bortles to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. To throw is Bortles. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian-Jenkins for the Jags' first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A first down carry now for Yeldon, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Bortles to throw on second down. Open man right side is Sharp. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Green 80. Lucy.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Sunday.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
372. Green 80. 11B. Green 80. 11B. Green is set.
Bortles going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air on a first down. Out of the gun, Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll hand it down to Geis. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Smith. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
Lucy.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And now here's another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. The interception was just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Here's Geis. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a former Seminole, this is Chris Townsend. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Jordan Reed has it. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, back up, please.
3rd down, here's Geis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
372.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Forced out to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Bortles now on first down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Yeah, 52, 52. Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right. 15, yeah.
3rd and 2, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Smith operating from the gun. Now he'll escape to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20.
380. 380. 11. 380.
Now Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Bortles now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
11B. 380.
Back to throw. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
11B. Lucy. Lucy.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zach Brown in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Throwing is Bortles. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They give him a gain of 38. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, Bortles. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Let's go. Spread right, 72.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lambeau on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this will be recovered by the Redskins, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.